I just kind of sat here in silence, aren't I? Hi, it's me. It's Gremlin again, doing stuff, existing, etc. If you can see anything in chat, ignore that. That was me testing some shite. Updated things. I need to do some more things here and there. But yeah, we are basically, we were basically done with the Rhino quest. Well, technically, or Ratchet and Clank in general for a while. I genuinely do not know what else I want to do with that for the time being. I might say I might play that. I have plenty of other games I can play. I have plenty of other ideas I can fiddle around with, things to do, things to touch, all that kind of wonderful nonsense. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with. But right now, today, we are playing ICO. ICO is one of those games, one of those little artsy fartsy games, and it's a good little artsy fartsy game, and I love it. And it's one of those games just really, really, really well done in my mind. Always has been and always will be. There's that. I've got that set up and that positioned. All wonderful stuff. Let me move us over to the screen, as you can see. New thing. I have to double check to make sure that the let me just deactivate and reactivate again. What? Why are you like this? Why in God's name are you like this? Let me fiddle. I need to go and fix some stuff because it's suddenly decided it's not playing ball. Wonderful. Hang on. Cable fiddling. A lot of cable fiddling. Oh, should have really prepped this beforehand. Whew. Deactivate, activate again. And Control Z, Control Z. There we go. I don't know why, for some reason, it was just not playing ball with that, but there's ICO. And as you can see, I have a fun little like TV thing going on here. I should probably maybe see if I can get a bit of an artsy, a little more artsy thing for that in general. That's on my end. There's a little black line on the side of the screen. I've noticed we'll have to make do with that for the time being. But today, at the moment, we're just playing a wee bit of ICO. I love ICO. I genuinely do love ICO. I keep saying it, and I'll keep saying it until the cows come home. ICO is great. And we'll boot it up now. Oh, for the love of... I moved to 60 hertz and it did not like that. There we go. Absolutely. As you can see, I've put some things on the game. Can I change that, by the way? I think horizontal, cross. Very bright. Very, very bright. Like, ridiculously bright, because the colouring on my screen is a little different. I do need to find a fiddle with that. With the horizontal bars, I'll go and play with that one. close that. There we are. And I do kind of need to fiddle with the sizing a bit. Then we have a little fiddly D. That'll do. Actually, no. I think that's about it. Yeah, there we are. All good and dandy. Let's see what we got going. Vibration activate. Can I modify the contrast just a smidgen? Because that is a bit brighter than I expected it to be. I've really been feeling on that a bit too much there. Now it's a lot darker. I don't need that. If I can get to the point where I can actually see the screen again. It is much darker than it should be. And I do need to fiddle with that a bit more. I don't think that feels like it's about it. Black level, white level. How are we doing on either one of these? If I dial that back just a smidge, that seems to be about where we want to be. Excellent. Let's see what we got going on. I have... Oh, god damn it, I need to move my bloody thing about again. Give me a second. I fiddled with things again. That'll do us. That's, I think. Potentially, hopefully. I hope it's correct. God, I hope it's correct. I think one of my favourite things, and it doesn't really come up a huge amount in the opening cutscene, is how essentially this game gets away with saying a lot without saying much of anything. The best way to kind of describe it is story-wise, what do we know about the kid? What do we know is going on? Well, we know that the kid is here. We know that they have a way of getting into this prison thing. and we know that they have practiced ease with it, so it's not just a case of a random one-time thing. So we know that this is a common-ish or common enough occurrence for them to have some kind of procedure set up for it. I do really want to fiddle with that. I do actually forget just how weirdly cutscene heavy the first part of ICO is. For a game that doesn't use a lot of them, the opening is a bit... Oh right, the goop. You love it. Oh. You love the shadow, and I don't actually believe that the game ever gets any kind of explanation as to what the shadow is conceptually. I don't know if that's even a dream or not. But oh yeah, it is a dream. Boy got knocked the fuck out. He was just kind of like locked in this weird like capsule sarcophagus-y thing, and now we have control. Now, jump is triangle, circle is walk, square is attack, that is zoom, R1 is yell. I don't even know what those two do off the top of my head. They just do something. Now, oh yeah, triangle does interact, which is always fun and always useful. And as far as I'm aware, the kid doesn't have health. Or ICO, I believe the kid is called ICO. I never really. That was always the assumption, I believe. But he doesn't have health. But he does have. Instead, is kind of not a stamina bar. Is when he gets hit. Yep. Is that when he gets hit, oh, no, there I could, oh yeah, totally. Kid's got power. When he gets hit, there's a kind of a stamina system-ish thing. Is when he gets hit, he will not stagger, but he will fall to the ground, and he will ostensibly, he will just fall to the ground. And there's a long period in which, when he's on the ground, he can't do anything. I don't believe you. I'm always a bit rusty on this one. I think there is some level of mashing available. You know, in a sense, to be able to climb back up. Oh yeah, okay. Thanks for that one. No, thank you, Crooked Mantis. Because I was always a bit iffy on that, because mashing. It's always the gamer kind of instead of like of mashing to get up. I wasn't sure if it was something that they actually confirmed. Well, that was something that they actually properly put in, or if it was just a placebo effect that everyone seemed to experience. But it's good to know that they have actually done it, or did actually do it back in the day. I genuinely have. I remember great swathes of this game, but at the same time, I remember I remember weirdly little because I haven't played this thing in about what? When did I last play it? I think the last time I properly played this game was about 10 years ago. Because I vaguely remember because I got it. Well, it's part of my first paycheck. I remember buying an old, actually the PS2 I'm playing on right now. I bought this PS2 and a whole bunch of old ass games, and for that evening, all I did was play Jak and Daxter, the entire game in an entire evening. So I remember correctly because I again blanking a bit on this because it's one of those things I kind of want to be more exact on. This is a completely made up language, but I think it's based off of Korean, Japanese, and is it English as well? I'm not sure off the top of my head, but it is a language that exists. They have it somewhere locked away, and I think someone has found out how it works. But it's the Tolkien thing in my head. It's just the whole of what is the first thing you do in creating a fantasy world? That's right, create an entire alphabet and language and sentence structure and all that wonderful nonsense. Now, there we are. And this is where I think this is also where quite early on in this game you get quite a weird look into that is a quote unquote modern bit of equipment. That's modern technology. That's got got a brake on it and everything. But you look at this, everything else is this is fantasy. I mean, that's pardon me. That does make sense. I know one of the big quote unquote benefits or rewards you get for doing a second playthrough is that Yorda's everything Yorda says actually gets subtitled, which I find actually kind of. Which I was going to say kind of weird. Actually makes sense for myself. Actually, because the Shadow Queen woman, who spoilers exists in this game, I'm assuming you already know, she speaks quite well. She speaks in the language. In ICO's language. She has the so the subtitles and everything. And I was like, oh, obviously she would. She seems to have dealings with the outside world. I can't remember the exact logic behind it. Again, off the top of my head, I'm 10 years into this game. I remember sections, quite large sections of the game, but story-wise, it's gone. That's the consensus, yeah. And yeah, that is a good little detail because the way she also acts in a way is because Yorda as a character isn't supposed to leave, and it isn't supposed to leave, and her leaving causes or getting close to the exit, whatever, either causes her harm, or she's literally locked in. It's weird. It's because I recently replayed the demo for this because I kind of journey back through, retro demo nonsense and seeing how kind of genuinely awful some of it is sometimes. And that whole climbing up the tower section was taken out, and you just kind of entered the room and she was dangling there. Which demo pack was it? Oh god, I could see if I could check quickly. Control. ICO. It was demo. Yeah, it was demos 18 and 35. Oh, speaking of, I have to pay more attention now because combat is afoot. Yeah, sure. And it say, oh, it cuts all that out. I need to probably sort something out about my thing there. Where's me stick? Come on, get me stick. And the combat, just go quickly, just segueing in a bit. The combat is really, really clunky. And that's not saying this as a detriment. Like, it's clunky. Because this is like a 10-year-old boy with a stick. Yeah, man. Come on, magic child. And again, another thing, this is like, being able to open that door goes, okay, so she is something related to that weird sword they have. Come on. And I do believe that it cuts out the entire next section as well. It cuts out the entire next section. Because I believe the next section is just a bridge. Is it a bridge? Yeah. It immediately goes from that room. Does not have that initial... okay, I think... Are you... Hang on, let me just... Go on. How do I sit down? I can remember how to sit down. Hang on. I'll get it eventually. There you go. I have to be on the other side. That's the thing. Also. Yeah, because I'm using the PAL versions of them. PAL demo releases. And I'd actually, at some point, like to play through the Western demo releases as well. But they're a lot less than the NTSC ones. But I know they are much harder to get because there wasn't just a... I remember there wasn't really just a magazine. They were all over the fucking place. You could get some in magazines, but some of them just weren't. So this save music is really, really good. I would happily have this playing as I try to sleep. Because it's beautifully chill. It's serene. It's like it is very like you're safe, but in a proper you're safe, not the what's his name, the classic Resident Evil of they can't kill you here. You're not safe though. That's classic. Gonna play some classic Resident Evils at some point as well. But yeah. And I would genuinely like to see some of the differences between the PAL demos and the NTSC demos. Because, like I said with this one, it immediately goes from those first two rooms, but it cuts out the tower climb, it cuts out the first encounter with the Shadow Demon, and immediately goes into a big room with the Shadow, like, big room where you fight dozens of them. And then after that, it immediately segues into the exit gate. You know that when you first get to the big hoofing gate to get out of there, and you have to unlock it, and it just stops there. And that's a really good way to sell it. They probably are, realistically. But it does, like I say, cuts out quite massive swathes of game. Because come on, girl. Because like, because and this is something really good on Team ICO's part. It's like this part, while it has that little bridge break thing and all that wonderful, isn't particularly engaging and doesn't really help sell the game. Oh yeah, there was also come from the shadow room, then it went to the windmill, then it went to the gate. And using the windmill kind of brilliant in my mind, because that is such a beautiful like section of the game, like visually. So like those can't be smashed. Can these other barrels be smashed? Probably can, but I don't believe I should be doing that. Oh. Oh, and they are also kind of like they are somewhat clever. They're not just mindlessly bum rushing you. They do try and actually fight and move around a bit. I have to imagine, yeah. I don't actually remember if the demo explains gameplay or gameplay, or explains how the game functions, or just exists. Hang on. Come over here. Away from the barrels. I believe I have to do something stupid off the top of my head. That's not it. No, I don't need you. Actually, I don't need you. Can't do anything with that. Can I push you under? Oh, pressure plate. Oh yeah, it did, yeah. And I don't think I've actually, because I've been playing through the demos on the weekend, like PAL demo discs on the weekends, or on Saturdays. I'm only like 40 in at this point. Like, there's 40 demo discs in. Where are we gonna go? Actually, what is actually over here? Should probably go back and make sure she's alive and safe before I do anything stupid like this. Because that's another mechanic I do adore, is that you can absolutely leave her in a room. The longer you leave her in a room, the more likely the shadow beast things are going to turn up. And the game loves playing with that, because like, there are sections where you physically have to leave her. Coming away. I can't go that way. But I can drop my... I have to drop down here, if I remember correctly. Oh yes, the... Can I call her down, or will she just not do that? Come on. Give it an eye on her so I can see what's going on. Yeah or no? Oh, she does not seem to want to do that. Okay. Rotato, rotato, rotato. I'm actually not, to be honest. It probably is something I should definitely look into. Because I know there are weird... Like, this was an era where there was a weird amount of changes between different... Oh. It goes that way. Oh, that's how we get over here. Excellent. Oh yeah, and demons. Look at different... I actually would love to know any bigger differences between them. Come on. I believe there's actually a pattern to this that makes it so the fight is functionally... You can one cycle them. Come on. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, here's the... There it is. And I believe it depends on what enemy hits you as well. That changes how long you're technically down for. Come on. No, you fucking don't. Oh, he did. Oi, 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 oi. There we are. So how many... It's weird to think. Just thinking back in the days, like probably not. Again, that might just blee. Yes, it might just blee. I can English good. I know how to speak word. It might just be, again, a placebo effect. But I always felt like when I got hit by one of those weirdly massive dudes, I just ended up down for longer. That's probably entirely just... Actually, I probably need to save. I should probably do that little save. Probably do a lot of things. Come on, we're going to do a save. Actually, no, I think we can keep going for a bit. Come on. Come on. Oh, right, I have to do the chain thing. There was also, yeah, there's absolutely a lot of that going around as well. Because, well, so I think... I don't remember what it was. It's like, was looking at... so is the... Say, like, the Japanese or the... so I imagine the Japanese version had more time in the oven, so to speak, basically. So they could fix some things, balance some things, all that wonderful jazz. Oh yeah, then I have to imagine so much has changed then to make it slightly more functional. Also, I don't think it's let me do this. I can just... Also, looking at that, like, that is entirely mechanical. These are really old-looking, like, fortress constructions. What is going on there? So what is going on there makes it sound... The setting, or the settings of the ICO game, the setting of the ICO games, or the Team ICO games, has always been fascinating to me because it is clearly a fantasy setting, but then you have all this weird tech shit kicking about. Come on, where are you, little weird demon man? Let's find enemy. There's just some missing puzzles. That's interesting. Because usually when there's like differences, it is like weird marginal changes. Entire puzzles feels odd. But then again, I have to imagine with how. Okay, Birdman. With how Team ICO is about their games, like I have to imagine they were like, no, we could probably make something a little bit better with this one. We can fix this. Now, I don't believe the. I have to check. I don't believe the PS2 is tech. Is the PS2 like cross region? I know you need to have a Japanese PS2 for certain games, but I'm not sure how that works with the American versions. Because, you know, and actually, to be fair, realistically, I could totally play the legitimate version of the game, wink wink nudge nudge, of the NTSC version. Now that is a glorious view. It is into desolate nothing, but it's a beautiful view. Yeah. And that's another one of those things. I don't think I could rationalise the expense of a what's his name? Of a US PS2 just to play. Yeah. I understand why they did region locking. It's become less of a thing now because of. Oh, because I think a lot of the region locking is because they like to release games and shit at random intervals. You're gonna come down the ladder, and what's the word? It was because like you said, it released. December. I think it was actually over here, isn't there? So September. Released 3 months. Right, 3 months early in, or like. The Japanese version released 3 months after the the US version, and the PAL version came out 3 months after that. That's back in the day they did do it so that you couldn't just go and buy a. Come on with it. Up we pop onto the thing, which was. Again, it's anti-piracy, I don't think it's even anti-piracy. It's weird because realistically, they're still getting the money. Oh, unless of course another. It may have been what's his name? Not ESRB, but the. Yes, it was probably, ESRB is the right word. The ratings boards. Money going to different branches, ratings board. They had a lot of things they had to worry about. And it's kind of like importing food from the US into, like, Europe. You can do it, but a lot of the time you can't sell it because it does not fit in regulation. It just doesn't. And I know a good example of that one in my mind is, like, kind of a weird one is Ninja Gaiden 2. Because Ninja Gaiden 2 did not get any. That was a really quick save. Jesus Christ. Didn't get rated in Germany because it was so violent. So I can imagine that kind of case exist. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh god. One minor thing I have with this game is its. Wild camera changes can really screw you over. Oh, come on. There you go. And what I also find staggering in my mind is like how well loved this game is when not even on the face of it, when you look at it, this game is an escort mission. The entire game is an escort mission. Something that everyone constantly looks at, hears the words, and then basically gets, what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Activated like a sleeper agent. I have rarely heard anyone say anything good about a what's it? Not there you. Yeah, about escort quests. But I never really hear anything negative about. Please jump on the thing. Okay, do I have to? Weirdly enough, the start of the game is the thing I do not remember the most. There we go. A little bit of slide down. And once more with feeling. There we go. So she's now here and quote unquote safe. We're now going to wildly swing this crane around. And that's why the walk command was introduced. There we are. Drop, drop, and drop. Actually, also got to think about it because, like, everyone knows about. Well, we all kind of, sort of know about the Shadow of the Colossus, like, documents where it's like, oh, we were going to have all of these ones, but we had to cut it back. I have to imagine, in a way, Team ICO had that going for this game if all those puzzles got added. It's like, oh, we don't have time, we have to cut it back. Well, actually, we have a little bit of time with this version of the game. We can probably throw that in there. There we are. Oh. What's it? It is a quite janky game, but again, I have to remind myself this is in fact a 2000 and, well, in this case, 2002 game. It's got some old weirdness to it. The old classic swaz, so to speak. And also, Team ICO is just like, they've never been. Okay, honey bunch. Come on, I got you. There we go. Yeah, it just a weird, just awkwardly positioned. I love that these are just giant sofas. They just kind of exist, and there's no real explanation for why these are giant sofas. Just that they are. And I can kind of fuck with that, to be honest. Why is this the way it is? I think it's pretty common with the escort quest mission. Given the mechanical. Ah, yeah, that's it's. That's actually a good point where it's going, like, because let's use, of course, the other big well-known one of Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4, escorting actually feels like you've got a ball and chain round your leg. Your feels like precious cargo. Like, you kind of it's your job to make sure she doesn't get completely, well, she doesn't get kidnapped. Like, that's kind of. Now, there was also this room, and I can't remember if this was a nightmare problem or not. But you... Oh. God, it's this room. Because the trick is you have to try and get her down to there. And I remember this room oh so vividly. Do I have what I need in here? Because I believe there's bombs around here. Problem is I can't light them yet. Oh, no, so not here yet then. Yep. It's like she's the main component of the game rather than being a shackle that kind of makes you stand around hoping to God she plays ball. And rather than going like, oh, I have to stand here and wait for her to actually grab onto anything, I have to make sure she's actually doing anything I tell her to do. She's one of the only... Yes, she is one of the only lose conditions, because I think the only other lose conditions are in the later half of the... Well, let's say the latter half of the game. And like you can always, like, you can jump off to your death and all that wonderful guff. Now, there was a thing. Hang on. I can't move, though. There were those little barrels there, wasn't there? But I believe I can drop onto those pressure plates. Yeah, it's not heavy enough. And because she's like, losing her is the only, like, for the longest time is the only failed state of the game, because you can jump to your death, but the chance of you actively jumping to your death are really low. Most of the time. Sometimes you just get a little bit screwed over by the camera. And the only other one is very much right at the end of the game. Come on. Let's see. I am probably... Dude, why did you throw that? I imagine that was because I was pushing forward, and, of course, if you could die in your order, it could still cause the game over from being captured. Players would piss, but... Fair, like... Actually, yeah, that makes a lot of... Oh, yeah, these are explosive kegs, aren't they? That even go through? No, it didn't. Should probably go and save her. Where are you? Why are you down there? What are you up to? Remember correctly, I think the whole sticking point is I have to grab these and throw them through. I think. Hang on. Can I just grab this and plonk this down? Is it in my hands? It is. Okay, I am probably doing something very stupid there, and that's not what I'm supposed to do. Come on. Yeah, creates a sense of selflessness. I can word good. It does. It really does. She literally is the most important thing in the entire game. And while she is some kind of weird magic special child, she's not... she's not actually really sold to you as the player character. as the player character, she's just Yorda. I hate that I can't see anything over there for some reason. It's also because she doesn't have a health bar either. It was just, in a way, absolutely. To be fair, and that also makes sense for the character because the kid also got dragged in here into this weird prison thing, and he's like, "Well, I shouldn't be here, so realistically, anyone else shouldn't be here." And that's not. I have to try and remember how this works. Oh no! I need to get a fire pillar or fire stick thing. And because I have to admit, I never ever get round to doing the second playthrough with Yorda's dialogue because I am annoyingly a very one and done. Does it have to be that one? I think it has to be that one. Come on. So I never know what she says at the start of the game. And I could absolutely look it up. There is no way of getting that, is there? Okay, so I'm overthinking that one. Let's have a gander. Bombs go over there. The fire stick needs to go somewhere else. I don't have a fire stick. Yeah, but in a way I kind of like that because I really kind of get a bit annoyed with new game pluses that go, oh, you play this and you get the real story. So basically you're saying is I've only played half of the game. Now, I don't know, there is a... I'll leave you there for a second because I believe there is a torch somewhere. Yep. And I have to play this really stupid. I probably don't have to play this really stupid. I'm just doing it because I'm really stupid. Am I missing something? There's a torch somewhere I can use. Again, my memories of the early game of this game are very low. Very, very low. Come on. I need to get myself a torch. I need to bomb that shit. Bitch, she's just kind of... Now actually... Am I actually being very stupid and... Actually, is there anything below? Because I don't actually have to go that way anymore. So I can push this block back onto the button. Only I can't. That's not actually a thing you can do. Then... Oh, I think I'm missing something. I think I have to go into that room. I have to go down the chain. And then I have to do something from there. Come on. My general understanding of a lot of this stuff is... Oh, actually, something I will absolutely say as well, and this is because I'm old and really hate how modern games do it. I like that this game kind of just lets you fail. It kind of just lets you bumble around, not knowing what you're supposed to be doing. Hang on. Because there is something up. Is there something up there? Oh, there is, isn't there? You're gonna come with me. Come on. Because there's absolutely 100% something up there that I am missing. Is it over here? Hang on, that's not the one I want. Box. It's just pointing at an object, which is... which I imagine works right up until I... Oh, yeah, but oh, wait, I can't do that because I don't have a sword. I need to get a sword to cut that down. Oh, to cut... Honey, what do you... Honey, you're the... Like, one of the biggest complaints I've seen for... Come on, Jesus. For modern puzzles. Yeah, but I will say with Dormin, and it's a way that I do not appreciate with Dormin, or how they make Dormin explain stuff, is some of it is really cryptic. It's like, what the fuck are you saying? Dormin? What do those words... Hang on a minute. I'm stupid. I'm very stupid. I think I'm stupid. I might be even stupider. Hang on a moment. I am in fact very stupid. I think. Yeah, like modern ones, like they don't even let you kind of try. They just kind of go, ah, you have been stood in this room for approximately 20 seconds. That means you are stuck. Therefore, we will now explain to you in fine detail what you need to do. And there's a reason for that, and I find it genuinely hilarious and also really fucking annoying. Hang on a minute. Oh, yeah, because I believe the whole idea is... That's what I was missing. That was the ticket. I knew there was something I was being very fucking dumb about. Now, the issue is, Yorda is on the other side. And I do need her to be not on the other side. Come on. Because there's something... That's something that a lot of modern games miss with the puzzle, with telling the art or giving you the hint instantly. You miss that little dopamine hit of, God, I'm smart. God, I know what I'm doing. God, my teachers were wrong about me. And it always, annoyingly, a lot of the time seems to be with games that have a... I'm going to keep dragging her around. I know this is not the quote-unquote optimal strat, but I get really anxious when she's not in eyesight because I know the timer is ticking on that. But, it always seems to be with companion characters as well. Because Also, that kid has one hell of a throwing arm. I'm not even kidding. That was crazy. Actually, I do need to quickly nip out here and grab the grab a bomb. Grab one of these comically large bombs. He is strong as hell. He can survive pretty much. You have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he can fall from pretty much any height, and so long as there is something below him, he will survive. I think there is a upper limit. Bombs. But I think for the most part he can just kind of... That's the ticket. Come on. So I remember getting really... I don't know, because I think you returned back through here for some reason, and... Kitty's insanely powerful. Actually, no, there's no point saving that, because technically speaking, I didn't spend a lot. I only spent like the equivalent of 5 minutes worth of time in there. Oh yeah, I think I have to go down here, and then when I go down here, I can get... Oh yeah, here we go. There's one there, and there's... Is there one on the other side there? No, come on. That corner gaming. No, please. No, no you don't. Come on, corner gaming. Get oi 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 oi. What's all this then? Okay, mash, 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 mash. That's something else I do like about this game. Is like when she gets kidnapped and put in the hole, it's not an instant game over. And I remember correctly, when they go in the hole, they actually disappear. Right, there's one of you bastards walking around, isn't there? Actually, I need to check that, because Oh! I actually didn't know that. I didn't know that if you opened one of the doors while there were still, like, those portals kicking about, that the game would, in fact... Well, yeah, it would... Oh, fucking heard you. I do also love that these enemies are just kind of... Come on, honey. We're leaving. Go, 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 go. There it is. There's the door. There's the exit. Bye, bye, bye. Go, oh, go, 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 run. Because that knowledge that I didn't have 10 years ago, and definitely did not have as a kid, is so important. Good God, I never knew that was a thing. Because I have to remember, because there is a section in this game, and I can never remember where it is, but it's a window, and if you throw something through it, you get the... I mean, you think you get the best weapon in the game? I believe it's the hammer. I love her design. Underneath it. Nah. And I think this is also one of the things at moments that's like, yeah, it sells what the kind of character that ICO is. Like, nah, I'm not doing that. That's stupid. She clearly doesn't want to be here, so we're leaving. We're gonna do that. And it does it with very little dialogue, but heavy amounts of, like, action. He just goes, no, we're doing this. We are going to do this. You can't stop us. Oh yeah, the trick is... Actually, I probably do want to go into this little safe spot. Because if I remember correctly, you sit down and then you call her over. You just kind of... there we are. I thought what he did was actually was just like pat his pat the chair, but I'm clearly misremembering that one, unfortunately. Now, let me just grab the thing. Because you grab these and sit down, and you can't do anything with them because you don't actually have a lit torch yet. But it's good to set up for later. Always has been and always will be. Now the trick becomes... yeah, on the shadow effect, especially for something that is... oh yeah, oh, you pull them in and it lights the thing. But lighting the thing isn't enough because you have to activate the things on either side of the door. Which is, yeah, makes sense. And just those big old dumb things on either side of the gate. Oh yeah, that's why I got... okay, so those have now been lit as well. Come on. Nope. Can't go that way. Also, that's what I will always say, even though it is old and it would never really hold up to today's standards. This looks really, really good for an early PS2 game. Yeah, I have to put something on that. Really? Come on. Now, just dragging her around by the hand. Absolute degenerate stuff there. Okay, so we now need to get a sword. So we need to smash. Because I need to use a bomb to get to that. However, to get a bomb, I have to go. I have to go up, down. Yeah, and actually, that I would have to imagine so. 'Cause that is astounding. And there are quite because it wasn't a launch title because the PS2 came out in 2000. But I remember vaguely. Actually, I think the trick is I need to get because I don't even know those yeah, I don't think those vials are for anything at all. But the early PS2 era was like, okay, do we? Well, there was a lot of games, especially I was looking at some of the demo discs I played. There were a lot of games were like, this is clearly a PS1 game. Come on, follow me. I've got a bomb, but I need you to follow me. I need to. I probably don't need to drag this one all the way over as I currently am. I believe this is actually the part where where everything got a bit absolutely fucky for me. So you need to walk the bomb to that area. Yoda, honey, please come on. Remember correctly, she can't follow you through unless she's actively holding your hand. Oh. Oh, I did not know this either. Jesus Christ, this kid is strong. It says something that I can play this game. Like multiple times through and still be finding new things. Because I played it originally way back when. It is the most ridiculous like this is clearly what I like to call the dad doesn't want to go back for a second trip to get all the groceries in. Because good God, he is carrying a stick in one hand. In the same hand, he's carrying a bomb. He's also holding Yorda's hand. We don't entirely understand how he's doing any of this. Let me just drop you down. There you go. Let's do a little bit of a stick wobble. That'll do us. And that's also not a bad explosion effect, like at all. 6 bombs. 6 bombs to my left. Of course, 6 bombs to my left. I could have just done that, but it makes me. It makes me appreciate the fact that the thing though, and this makes me, and I am very stupid for not realizing that, but this makes me appreciate the fact that they kind of accounted for everything when it came to like how this guy animates and how he interacts, because I didn't have to walk back, grab a bomb and walk with Yorda all the way over, but they animated it anyway. Now I believe this is not one I can skip, because I know this is a combat section. probably rest. Actually, is there any point resting? Not particularly, but I'll do it anyway. And I think that's always been one of the main things that people love about Team ICO games. No, wrong one. I always want to alternate saves because I never know when something's going to go tits up and I need to revert back to something older. Never really in this game, but it's always nice to have two on the go. Bum 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 bum. Run. Come on. There we are. That's that one. Actually, it's not that one at all. He's still going. No, you do not get to fly away. Thank you. You do not get to pass go. And you definitely do not get to collect £200. Also, this kid has zero fear. His first reaction to seeing these weird shadow demons is, no, square up. Square the hell up. Let's go. Oh, damn it. Missed that one. Almost had it kind of perfect. To get your... Thank you. Oi. Oh yeah, because I remember it doesn't matter if I grab it. That'll do. Oi, Mr. Demon Man, sir. They actually are, and that's kind of brilliant. Because I don't think they're mind. I can never actually remember if it's never actually explained in game what they are. But there is a heavy implication based on the horns. That they are somewhat. I think they are actually the kids, aren't they? Because they do get dragged here a lot. Weird little horn demons. Is he? He's dead. Are you dead? No, you're flapping away. Of course you're bloody flapping away. Are you quite done, sir? And that's that. Jesus Christ. That was going so well until he grabbed that one guy grabbed her and dragged her all the way over. And now we play a game. It's not a difficult thing. This one's just grab this and you drag it over to the platformy pressing button thingy. Or one of them. And then you got to throw that in there. And the other is something you throw your... There we are. Come on. And you just got to drop her in the hole. Oh, there's a combat tree. We sort of staring them in the eyes and eyes while standing still. Yours is behind you. They will just Oh, that's interesting. And here's where we play the game of okay, don't go anywhere. I just need to go and get some smokes. Okay, so I need to go up here. Come up. And up we get. And that, again, I didn't know. So much of this game I just didn't know because you and it's not even a negative. Like, you don't need to know a huge amount to beat this game. You don't need to know all of these funny... okay. There's... Oh. There we are. He's fine, kids. He's fine. Oh, will you bugger off? Oh, no you don't, sir. Now, the annoying thing is they always pick the furthest away point. I would love to... I don't need to know that. I'm already heading that direction, sir. There we are, out the hole. Oh, no, please, kindly. Oh. He's going to stand there and cower? Oh, he kind of does. Oh, you're right, he just doesn't know what to do. They don't know how to react to that. He does not understand what he wants to do. That'll do. And I think that's everything. Oh, there we are. Finally, the smoke went down. Yeah, a lot of small details. Yeah. It's a lot like small flourishes and everything. I think one of the kind of like not really a small flourish that you miss is that it's the inverse kinematic is like it's like the whole like because a lot of games on these kinds of steps it just kind of it puts you immediately to a flat surface rather than just like there you go, it's a little leg up, which is still crazy for a PS2 game. An early PS2 game to do that and do it somewhat competently, I think. And I wouldn't say it's like, oh, it's sacrificed the runtime. It's like the runtime is the perfect runtime. It's okay, Dora. You wanna just do your job? Are you okay? You good? Because this game is, I think it clocks in at about 7 to 8 hours, give or take, more or less. Now, what's the game? I have to leave you in here, then I have to go... Actually, hang on, is there anything else I can do here? There's a chain around here. Which actually makes perfect sense, like design-wise, not design-wise, like real, like, but quote-unquote realism's sake. It like something steep is gonna take a while to climb up, and also if he and as we keep seeing, because I keep hitting things like an idiot, if it ricochets, or if it hits something. Oh, right, yeah, I think I have to jump from here to there, don't I? I think so. No, is there actually... There's nothing to jump there. No, I'm not figuring that correctly. Now, where do we go now? No, that's not it. It's the other side, I believe. And that timer is ticking. Come on. And we got to... I think the idea is you have to line up with the... Oh, you don't have to line up with that, you just have to... That did it. Oh, you're down here now. Excellent. Do a big swing. Also, quasi-decent, like, swinging mechanics. They're not the best mechanics in the world. I'll... Oh, this is also the room. This is the other room in the... Hang on. Hang on. No, come on. It's definitely the room I hate it. Okay, that was lucky enough. I managed to pull that off. Yeah, they swapped out the box puzzle. Come on. That'll do us. Come on, up we go. That was interesting. It did not play as I was expecting it to play. Okay, so there's... In that case, there's probably not a huge amount of difference between the demos of the NTSC demo and the PAL demo. If any, to be honest. Then again, I have to imagine that's because the PAL version is after they've been given essentially 6 months to fiddle with shit. That's also another lovely nicety of the game. It doesn't... How is it? It doesn't... Ooh, actually, I can climb up this from here, can't I? Yeah, there I can. And absolutely, the like swapping out the box puzzle, this or making the demo the box puzzle rather than this makes sense because it's trying to give you a feel of how the game works rather than trying to throw it all together. Because that's a lot of what the Team ICO games do. Is it gives you all the mechanics from the start of the game. There's nothing to unlock, nothing to learn. Well, nothing to unlock, no new skills to, like, discover. You just kind of... It's flat, but they start fiddling with... Ah, yes. The windmill. If I'm remembering correctly, nothing can actually ever attack you here. It is serene. And genuinely, after a stage like that, you need it to be serene. Now, how do I get up here again? Oh, it's here, obviously. I'm being daft. Come on. Oh, it's not. Okay, no, it was just being a bit weird. Okay. Yeah, but just no natural shadows. And again, I think the game gets really unspeakably well done. Is okay. We'll say the direction we. Oh, okay. That kind of got me what I wanted. I don't even know why I was climbing up there, of all things. Okay, no. I'm being very daft, aren't I? Also, this kid cannot swim. Boy is just not a swimmer. Come on. The contact boxes aren't the greatest. That's the thing I was missing. I was just being very stupid again. Actually, I think as well, actually, hang on, I think there is something I have to do here with the windmill. Okay, let me just wrong button. Is there something I'm missing here, or am I being very daft? Yeah, it did, yeah. Same kind of idea. So, there is something I'm not seeing here. I believe I have to... No. No, that's not it. Same basic principle, yeah. Unless I actually have to jump onto the windmill from here. Yes, I do. And I have to get over to the goddamn end. Because otherwise, it ain't work. Hang on, I've got to climb up. Never mind, I don't have to climb up. Because there's a lot of refinement that will... Actually, when did the demo first come out? If it's number 19, number 19 is... Official PS2... 19. ODM Special Edition 19. Special Edition 19, that's not the one. Actually, that is the correct one. When did you come out? Our Special Edition 19 is different. April 2002. So, yeah, the first time we see, like, PAL ever saw this game was essentially 6 months after... Yeah, it was essentially 6 months after the game released, like everywhere else, which is kind of funny. But yeah, let's see what we've got. Let's just get back onto it again, because that was a little bit of background research, and I think everything else is normal. So now, yep, there's the lever. There's the weird mechanical bridge that doesn't work properly. So I need to make sure, just having a drink, need to make sure I keep my fluids up because I don't know what it's like for you, but it is a scorch. Let me just actually fiddle or something because I'm noticing. I've muted myself. My apologies. I don't know why I've done that. Hello, it's me. I'm unmuted this time. I'm not an idiot. I'm just jabbering to myself there, but nothing. Sorry about that. Yeah. I'm looking forward to what well, two things I should just saying because now I remember I was muted like an idiot. Firstly, is that Yorda's AI where she just kind of wanders off is it's still kind of an interesting concept even today. A lot of AI is, regardless of how people kind of try to explain it, a lot of modern AI isn't particularly sophisticated. It does what it I'm going to kill them. Honey. Come on. No more. No. Oh, yeah. There is a certain limit where she will climb out herself. What are these small ones even? Oh, I probably did know that when I actually played the game originally, way back when. Oh wait, Mr. Big Lad, come on. He did not know how to handle that one. That appears to be... Okay, there we are. That also appears to be another somewhat decently functional strat. Is especially mostly in the smaller encounters, but letting Yorda get grabbed when there's like 2 or 3 of them in the room, or maybe like 1 or 2 people in the room. I swear there's one of these trees that drops something. Probably not this one. Is there a lever of some... Come on. There we are. Come on. I need you in the hole. There we are. Thank you for standing in the hole. No. Please go back in the hole. Yoda, please stand in the hole. Stay in the hole. Don't go anywhere. Because this section, I don't remember. Please, is this even go anywhere? Am I... Yeah, that's a... Oh, yeah, I'm stupid. Okay. Well, okay. There's clearly going to be a way of me getting out of here. Okay. That's not it. How do I get out of here then? If I can get out of here at all. Have I beansed it in some way? I have to walk onto it? Oh, that was what was getting me. Okay. One of the only occasions... I have to imagine it's because if I tried to jump... The explanation the game give would... be given if you were... If the developer was talking about this. Is like... Because you slam your face into the wall. Okay, I'm over here now. I'm definitely thinking of a different tree. I know that. I now know that much for true. Whether this goes nowhere. It's good that it's there, though. It probably goes there somewhere later. Oh yeah. This is what you do. Come on. Yoda. Come on. Yoda, please, I'm begging you. Yoda. Honey. Like, genuinely, what the fuck are you doing? Look, she's having a bit of moment. If I position myself like that. I hope she gets a little bit unconfused at some point, because this is starting to become a really annoying moment. Yoda, come on. Come on, honey. I will hold this button down for as long as it takes for you to pay attention to what's going on. You're splashing about. Is she stuck? I think I'm gonna have to do this the other way around. Try this again. Yoda. Okay, she was just really stuck on the wall. Come on. Okay, it's fair to say I probably have to redo it until she's over here and sorted. No, Yoda, for the love of fucking Christ. I'm begging you. I'm going to step out of here. Yoda, you're going to stay there. I'm not going to call you. And then... Why? Oh, yeah, of course. I'm daft. I'm actually really stupid. I don't know why I keep doing that. You know when you realize you made a crucial mistake. Like, honey, stay in there. Don't. Oh, thank God. I know people give The Last Guardian a lot of flack for the AI acting essentially like a dog. I now need to grab her through the hole. Oh, there we go. Wait, hang on. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. She's trying. What do you mean, no? Oh, she didn't like the side of the square I was stood on. That's fine. Come on. That took way longer than it had any right to. God, I hope there's a stone sofa kicking about somewhere nearby. That howling wind is... definitely a thing. Oh, something I do always find... I say that I love about this game, and to be fair, all their other games, is the weird... not the weird, but the amount of isolation in this game. I don't think that's the way. And everything in this game is designed to make you feel isolated. Actually, realistically, hang on a moment. Let's have a look. Let's have a gander. Nothing there, so I probably need to... I do actually need to drop down and go around, don't I? Drop. Come on. Do a little bit of a climb. Because there's definitely the timer going. Drop. I will say about this game, and this is not really a complaint, this is more of a bit of an observation. This game definitely feels like a advert for why a fixed camera game should probably be tank controls. Because I've had multiple occasions when I've been going around a corner or something where I will randomly, rapidly change direction. Oh, no. Or the camera will change direction, and my input will now read to be something completely different. Here we go. Okay, it's not like it's fine. I didn't just leave my child ward on top of an enemy spawner. I do like as well, like they will sometimes they'll attack you, sometimes they'll go after Yorda, and I don't actually know what determines it, to be honest. Yorda, why did you, Yorda? Yorda, come on, someone do a little grab. Up there we are. Oh right, yeah, I forgot there's a spawner up here, isn't there? That. Now where's Yorda? I also like how the... Actually, I don't know, am I... Oh, the free hit combo is only when I'm moving the stick as well. Yeah, I've heard from a lot of people the game controls are clunky, and I don't see what they mean because... Oh, it's like it's always why I have a very a stern sort of way. I have a opinion when it comes to comes to well, when it comes to certain mechanics and certain like things being clunky and getting, or when some like a good example is like it's like a Souls game, for example. It's like, oh, it's not that hard. It's like, well, the reason you're saying it's not that hard is because you know how to play the game. Unfortunately, while I absolutely love the Souls like genre as a concept, as a whole, in a way, and mostly the you know the From Software ones, specifically speaking. I have a issue. All right. When it comes to the difficulty of them, and most not the difficulty of themselves, but the way that they kind of gets hand waved a bit. It's like, yeah, of course you know this game is easy. You've beaten it 57 fucking times. You know exactly what's going to happen, what traps are where, what puzzle does what. It's like I will say the games, they're clunky. They are, and you can eat. It is impossible, not impossible to adapt to them. I will eventually figure out what I'm doing with this. That is for sure. I should probably definitely save at this point. I will say this is a sort of I have with like modern gaming audiences is, and I agree and I disagree depending on where it is a kind of a feeling of not wanting friction in your game, not wanting to experience friction, to experience a challenge or any level of like difficulty with it. You just want it to be a very flat, smooth experience. Because sorry, taking a drink. Because go back to tank controls. Because I can no longer experience that. It's like, yeah. So the thing, words are hard now because I had a drink and that's clearly done a number on me. Now, how do I use this? I don't think I can use this at all. Oh wait, no, I got it. Is tank controls. People complain about tank controls, but a lot. And my main issue with people complaining about tank controls is why do you hate tank controls? What's the problem? What problem do you have with tank controls? Or is it, oh, it doesn't feel good. It's like, oh, it feels a bit clunky. Yeah, it is a bit clunky, but it's not impossible to adapt to figure out. Because, oh, god, fucking damn it! I remember correctly, this is one I basically have to straight up fucking sprint. Come on. No. Or say sprint, I'm gonna have to slowly shit walk my way over. Oh, they can't fly. Oh, this one can't fly. Oh, thank God. I have to go down here. I have to go through here. Activate the activate the not the elevator, it's a platform thing, isn't it? There you go. Come on. Me old muckers. Oh. I think it's any I think you have to mash any button, really. Give him a little bit of a slap. Boom. Is that enough to make the thing disappear now? Yes, it is. Excellent. Okay, now I have to go this way. Do I have to do anything? I say, I'm pretty sure I can just. Let me have a look. Can I jump onto that from here? Yes, I can. Excellent. Okay. I believe the only thing I can do with this is push this down. No. I don't think I can push it over here all the way, can I? No, I can't. I have to go and push it around. Actually, I don't even have to push it around at all. I just have to... Oh yeah, sorry. I was talking about tank controls. Is that people have become so used to like the more modern way of games working that they can't really what's the word I'm looking for? They can't fathom of a world in which tank controls are quote unquote good or make sense or are worth keeping around, because it's been replaced by modern game controls. It's like it hasn't been. No mechanic in a game really in gaming has ever really been replaced. It has been iterated on, it has been changed up and around and all that, but it's never been replaced. It's never been become completely outdated, because or genre. I should say genres are a bit weird, but like, mechanically, like platformers still more or less function the same as they did in the days of Super Mario. Yeah, they've added a few extra dimensions to it, and your jumps are now, I've got some weird and wonderful tech to go with your jumps, but the jump is there. Puzzle games still use the same block pushing nonsense they have for like 4 decades. It is probably coming across really rambly, but the point I'm trying to make is that no one wants friction in their games, and I feel like a lot of friction is where you get the memory from. It's like, I remember how this game worked, or how this game felt, or all of that wonderful guff. Oh yeah, the drop down. I just jump across and then drop down, and whoop. And they don't. So it's all, and I heavily rail against the idea of X is outdated, or X or Y doesn't fit in modern times. It's like, it does though. Hang on a minute. She's supposed to be on this fucking platform, isn't she? Yorda, what? I completely forgot to do that. That's on me. I know. I fucked up. Yorda. Bear with me. Jesus Christ, man. I'll get used to it. I'll figure it out. I'll let the camera change over, and then I'll switch around. Is because I imagine, and it's never going to happen because I don't think so. It would ever. While I think it would be profitable, I think it would piss off a lot more people than it made happy. I don't think this game would ever get remade, but I feel as though if it were remade, it would not. They would sand off the edges a bit. They would make it more palatable for the modern audience, which I think the modern audience as a concept is just kind of is farcical. It's focus tested bullshit, really. Well, my voice is going a bit. That's a bit annoying. It would lose some of its charm and jankiness, and some of these weird little, like, I don't think ICO under the modern lens or under the modern like design philosophies would be as memorable an experience as it is in this state. I need to get over here. Am I daft or I just missed something? No, I think I'm a bit daft. And now a wee bit of a swing. It's the same way, while it's still a pretty beautiful like version of the game, the Shadow of the Colossus reboot or remake doesn't particularly feel like it's, well, it doesn't feel as good as it could be, or feel as like oh, good Christ alive! Here we go. Would you guys kindly stop? Drop faster. Drop faster, short man. Camera. That'll do us. Come on. Well, we're not going to have a fight here. We're just going to go and press this button. Actually, that's what I didn't really notice. I always paid attention to the, like, you know, the heads on top and how that looked like a visage. I didn't realize the little horned men in the middle. And that's I was not paying attention when I first played this game. There is a lot of imagery and what's the word I'm looking for? Not just imagery, it's the other one. It's imagery, iconography, like the word I'm looking for. But God knows if I'll ever be able to find it. Symbolism, that's the one. God, it's of the unfortunate debuff of streaming. Your brain is it is trying to play 15 different tracks at once, and one of them is not supposed to be there. So there's a lot of like symbolism in this game that I missed entirely, which is kind of darkly hilarious, considering, well, just considering. Because this game is just oozing symbolism. And that is the second time she's ever done that. Well, second time she decides she's going to run off and run off ahead of you. Now, there it is, the bloody sword. Come on. For a brief, gloriously stupid second there, I completely forgot that Yorda could use ladders. I will humbly ask you to sod off. Is that just a smaller fight in general? Or is there another one? Yeah, it's just a weird small fight. Ooh. I actually do need to have a proper drink because I am just taking little sips going on here and the heat is getting to my head. yeah, just oh, I needed that one. Absolutely, like no sitting on the goddamn bench. And I have to imagine, because it is Team ICO, and it is just kind of sorting that out, how they fly. I have to imagine it looks like a couch for a goddamn reason. Because that is a otherwise utterly bizarre design choice. It's like, where do we save the stone couch? The what? Oh yeah, can't do that one because I need to go to the other side first. Getting that sword is going to make life so much easier. If I remember correctly, because I have a vivid understanding of the end of the game. Even if you do get, quote unquote, the best weapon in the game, you lose it like maybe like an hour, 20 minutes in later. How do I get in there? On we go. Oh yeah, there's torches. I have to play the torch game a bit. Where, oh where, do we have some lit torches? Oh, there it is. I need to be a little bit less stupid. Camera, you wanna... Yeah, it's not uncommon. I think it's the stone cushions that really kind of make it weird. If that was just one flat continuous shape, then maybe, but it's the... Oh, what is the game plan? I can hit fire. Okay. Can't go that way. That's not a thing. That's not doable. So it's got to be on this side somewhere. Oh, right. You've got to do a whole bunch of... Is there a whole bunch of sidling that I'm missing? I'm probably doing a whole bunch of sidling that I'm missing. Probably, yeah. I am. Can I get up that? No, I can't. That's closed. That's not even closed. That's not even a thing. I am missing... a torch. That's a lamp, not a torch. That's locked, so I can't leave. There is a way out. Am I being daft and can I just grab that? I don't think I can. Is that a door and I've just missed it? I'm an idiot. Yeah, I think that's more me being daft. I checked one door, thought, yeah, that's not open. And then that was it, really. No further thoughts beyond that point. I think that was less the game's fault and more me being very, very, very dim. Now, remember correctly, there's some tomfoolery afoot that I need to play with. No, I think I can't do anything up this. I think I need to climb here first, and then oh, I have to jump onto that, do I? I think I have to jump onto this. Oh, balls! Please, honey, please stop. That was on me. Oh, will you kindly sod off, sir? I should definitely bring. I need to bring. I think I need to bring Yorda in there as well. Dude, are you okay? You gonna leave? Did you not notice? This kid is powerful with a 2x4. Shall get dark. I think I have to do this. I have to get her on it with me. I think a lot of my problem more comes from the fact that I keep forgetting that Yorda is a mechanical component of the game as much as she is someone, as much as she is a character that you need to protect. Come on. Give her a grab. That's another one down. I also like, and it's a very... I walked through that one somehow. You ought to just straight up climbing up a wall. Come on. And then the rest of it's simple. I just need to not be stupid about it. Oh. And then we have to straight up go and fiddle with the satellite dish. Come on. Let's see what we got. Oh yes, there's the bench. I probably don't need to save it because the bench is right out there. So far, I haven't haven't, you know, bailed like a silly amount. Oh, Amp, no, you wanna stop? Do you need help me as well? Hmm. No feeling necessary with this one. Oh, right, yeah. This one's normal. It's the other side I'm imagining. Come on, Yoda. Also, if I remember correctly as well, like, and this could just be me talking out of my ass, I think the shadows are less likely to turn up in grassy areas. That's probably coded into the game because a lot of the game isn't grassy. But it feels that way. Hmm. Hang on, there we are. Then I just need to get her down again. I believe she can drop from there. I have to imagine she can. Okay, never mind. I went and made that so much more. Oh, if I stand right below it, maybe then she'll be a little bit more willing. Oh. Like, no, I won't jump off. But I will jump off when you're not looking. That's what I'll do. Do a wee little spin. And then, of course, the little swap over to the sword. Which, of course, means it's time for a fight. Actually, it's not a fight, is it? It's... You have to climb up here. Oh. Stop it. Oh, what do I do? Oh, you have to go on this side. Oh. There's also the other side, I believe, I have to cut down. I could be wrong, but I will always check because it's always better to check and be wrong, or check and be right, than to not check and be wrong. Yes, already done. Come on, we're going. Now, you're going to stand there while I awkwardly platform around this little water slide. That's not the right way. I think you have to go up and around. Nice for these ancient places to have these conveniently sized ledges. Yeah, I think a lot of things, weirdly enough, I think one of the main things people would find umbrage with is triangle being jump. Because I know I had the issue, but now I've realised, like, triangle. Why is triangle jump? Oh, yes, because triangles. You know, because triangle is an arrow pointing up. Come on. I believe there is also a trick to do this. There is a trick to get both of them at once. I'm just really, really bad at this game. Yep. So you have to bear with me. I've just put a chocolate eclair in my mouth purely because I'm starting to flake a bit. Mainly, partly because of the heat, maybe because of other reasons. Oh, I'm an idiot. Come on. Stop being daft. Oh, fucking. Nope. Pull it, go. Come on. Come on, kid. Go. Damn it. That was daft to me. Okay, this does put us back quite a bit, unfortunately, but now I know exactly what I'm doing. It won't be an issue. And that does make sense as well. The moving the buttons to be as intuitive for new players as possible, because I think that's something that a lot of, like, wouldn't really institutionalized gamers, so to speak. Oh, you can't climb this, can you? You're very weak with your girly arms. Is that we gamers will almost instantly intuit that X is jump, because X is jump for everything, or X or A or whichever button layout you're currently dealing with. That's the jump button. But someone who has literally never touched a game before isn't going to just know this bit of deep lore of the gaming sphere. Remember, like, I don't know. I have to imagine it's probably still going on in some way, shape, or form. But there's a YouTube channel. I think it's called Girlfriend Plays, where it's basically this guy gets his non-gamer girlfriend to play games and see how well she handles them. And I think he noticed while doing this is that she just didn't two and two together that X is jump. And it's like, well, and you look at and you think about it for half a second. It's like, well, yeah, why would you? Why would? The only reason why someone who's been gaming for a while would know that X is jump is that that's where it's always been. Typically speaking, I know there's some older Japanese games that still do, on the PS2 actually, to be honest, PS2 games that go, no, triangle still jump, and it's just it doesn't. It realistically doesn't make sense to a new person why X or A would be jump. Realistically, in my how I logic it in my head is that, at least for the trying to rationalize it in the institutionalized brain that is mine. The reason A is jump is it is when your hands are resting on the controller, it is typically the closest to. Well, it is usually where your thumb is resting, and jump is quite often. Yeah, it is quite often the most common used button in the game. You are always going to be doing that. But yeah, that's just like it's like, oh, we've intuited it. We've intuited it for games like. These people do. Not everyone knows what the hell you're talking about, mate. We are just making a game that's functional for everyone. I think it's weird because it makes a lot more sense on like in keyboard and mouse. Like keyboard and mouse, you look at spacebar, and if the game says, if a game says spacebar, and spacebar is jump as a non-player. As as part of the non-game playing collective. I am going to save here because I've learned my lesson somewhat. Is you can probably sit there going like, oh, space, that makes sense for a save because if you've got your hands on WAS and D, your thumb is resting on space, and space is probably probably the most commonly pressed key. You could kind of realize that in a way because. While not everyone's played a video game, most people have used a bloody computer. Well, not in the modern era anymore, because tablets exist. And that all works in different situations. Actually, you know, technically tablets and phones are still have a similar situation going on. They have a similar thing. Where the spacebar is there, and the spacebar is still commonly used. The most commonly used one in the world. Do need the order to be good for me for 5 minutes. It does truly, absolutely make sense. It's another thing. I like the modernization of gaming does, and. I really don't want this to ever come across as like old man Gremlin yells at clouds, but it kind of does. I know it does, and it always will kind of come across like this is how to put it? How to put this in phrases that make sense to me. The old man Gremlin yells at clouds is modern game design has kind of killed the idea of experimental controls. And I don't mean like different weird and wonderful controllers or anything of the sort. I more mean in the sense of well, technically this game. How many games nowadays would even dare make triangle jump? Industry expectations. There are a few exceptions to that. Like there are certain norms that I think you don't really shake. Like space being jump is one of them, because a game I saw recently, someone playing Two Worlds, one of the worst games ever made for the PC. That game has its jump bound to E. Now see, I can do this better if I don't. Yeah, E. E does not feel like it's an intuitive thing to bind your jump to in the slightest, because E is in a awkward position for your hands to sit on. Yeah. That's one down. That's two down. Oh, I do have to go this way. And this time I managed to pull it off without having something randomly spot. Yeah, you are right. He absolutely does slow down quite considerably when going up a steep incline. Yeah. It's the interact key, yes, but typically interact is something you do outside of like combat or something. Come on. Like come on, something, because typically you want to be able to like jump and move around and all that stuff at the same time. Oh yeah, I completely forgot she just can do that. Do I have to go with you? Yeah, you do have to come with me. Come on. Come with me, magic child. Actually, realistically speaking, how much longer would I have of this game? I'm trying to remember. What are we going for? I have time to beat always up, and it's always a bit of a crapshoot when it comes to that. But let's have a look. ICO. 6.5. I could realistically get through that in a sitting. Could absolutely get through that in a sitting. Now we we actually leave. Leave. Yeah. Oh, what am I doing? I actually know exactly what I'm doing. I need to put my sword down. Sword down, get a torch up. I think... What I might do... Because it might end at 9. Might end at 9? End at 9 might be worth a shot. No, I skipped that. This is where the big... crazy doom laser occurs for some reason. What I gotta do is... yeah. Unconstrained power of the fucking sun. And now I need to switch back to my sword. Come on. Come on. Any? Sometimes Yorda needs to just play ball. Come on. She doesn't like this playing ball thing, does she? If I remember correctly, I also can get attacked here. Yep, there we are. The joy of the sword is I can just one combo them now. That's so much easier. Oh, actually, I do think the bigger ones have more health. Come on. Yorda. Yorda. God damn it. Now she decides she's going to climb up. Is that a... Ah, it's the same sword. I imagine that sword's there in case you... Okay, game. Retrospectively, I didn't actually have to bring her up here. I think I feel safer when she's nearby. Because anxiety is a bastard. And knowing that there is that invisible timer going... But when she's gonna get her ass kidnapped... really freaks me out. Now, if I remember correctly, there is that thing from earlier. So I will need to go here. And the box is still here, thank the Lord. That's not it. Oh, you know, that's really clever. Now I just gotta... Anyone else fell like that, they would have severe brain damage. This kid is built bulletproof. I'm going to move that there because that makes it so much easier for me to do that. Or not. Game? Game. I say game. I know I'm making the fuck up. I know I'm the one making the mess up. He absolutely does. I believe at one time he also falls down a hole. Down to that. And is that the one I'm thinking of? I don't think that's actually required. Is that actually required for progression? I can never remember. No, yes, probably. Oh, right, you have to now take her downstairs. Come on. Let's begin. Downstairs we go. I love how weirdly unsettling this one specific room is. And it's not because of the monsters that keep randomly spawning. I know where you're going, so you can sod off. That kind of worked out. Come on, do it, land. Is that it? Is that all the shadows done? Well, that was much cleaner than I expected. This is the room that usually makes me break out in hives because it stressed me the hell out. And now I know how the game works properly. Doesn't. Excellent times. Good times had by all. I feel that's another good thing about like how this works as a good escort mission and other games don't. Is that a lot of the time with other games you don't want to have the escorted character around. They have zero survival instincts and will just fucking die. This game you want to have Yorda around because if she's not around, then worse shit can happen. Come on. Ooh. This is also another case of large interconnected room. So the timer don't start. It's not this room. I know it's not this room. There is a room with a sword somewhere. Oh, hang on a minute. Can I push it out the window? I don't think I can. Oh, I do have to push out the window because that's how I get Yorda up. Or is it? Probably. Hi, Amon, how are you? There we are. Oh, there we are. Can this go out the window? Yes, it can. I do genuinely love how this. It generally instills a case of like, no, you want her to be around. She is in danger otherwise, rather than you don't want her around. She is a detriment. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be going on for tonight of all nights, but you know, never know what can happen. What do we do and where do we go? Oh, the aqueduct. Ah, the good old aqueduct. Now, Yorda. This is a ladder. You can climb these. Ooh, that was some lens flaring. Actually, I don't even need to have a climb it, to be honest. Oh, she stays there. Okay. And jump. Is there anything else I could do here? No, I think I do have to go and just swing over. Then climb down. God, I wish I could climb down faster. There's quickly up here. Which then gets me to the door, which I can then use to get her back through. Because, good God, every moment she's not in eyesight, I'm very worried. How do I open that? I forget how you do that. God damn it, woman. How do I get over to you? Oh, it's down there. Whew. Oh, no. I have to do something else first. Hang on. Up. Chains are doing good. Come on. This kid climbs chains with only his hands while wielding a sword. Now, what do I remember the trick being here? Drop off. Okay, that's where I need to go, but I can't go that way just yet. Because I don't have anything. I am, frankly, very confused. Or am I? Yeah, I can absolutely 100% see that. Come on, up we get, up. Do I climb up this? No. Can't climb up that. Can I get it to come this way? What are you doing over there? There is, okay, I know there's got to be a lever on the outside somewhere that lets me get open. Oh, get this door open. Problem is, I can't do... No. I can't actually... Because I need to get her down is the thing. The problem is I can't get her down because I need to get something else up. Or up and down and all around out. I want you as close to me as humanly possible, woman. Okay, hang on. Now, the game becomes... Can't jump that. And I can't go back the way I came, so everything I have has to be over here. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yep, yeah, it did. I was really overthinking this. I knew that for a fact. Come on. Lady, honey, we're going through the door. The curse of 4x3 gaming. I can't... There's got to be a way of I imagine there's a way of seeing it in 4x3 normally. Come on, we're going up. We're going up here. We're going for a trip. That was. And this is what I like in puzzle games. I like when a puzzle game they can go from making me feel like the smartest man alive to the dumbest idiot that ever lived. Come on. We are going on an adventure. Specifically to this bunch. Oh, that's not on. Yeah, let's resume. Let's go into a little bit. No, honey, boy. Because I do believe you have to go. Can she swim? No, she cannot. Because you have to turn the water off. But I think I have to knock a block down, which I missed. However, we now have this safety net. Which is, you know, doable, useful and handleable. No, I didn't call it. Actually, realistically, me calling her there ain't the worst thing in the world, because I kind of maybe want her to be over here at some point. But the thing is, I now need to go and climb up ski. And I then need to go across again. There is a block I believe I need to push. That is a real powerful sunbeam. Okay, hang on. Whoop. No, I need to go higher, because otherwise it's going to keep bonking me, which is not particularly good. And swing. There's the block. All the way to the other side of the room. This game is incredibly simple, like mechanically. The trick is that the game starts to add things. It starts to add the simple mechanics together over and over and over again until we have something a lot more complicated. Come on. What were you doing over there? What? God bless her heart. She's trying. My patience, but mostly trying. Come on, we're playing this game. Yeah. I'm not even just playing on the old the original version. I'm playing on the special edition, the one that came in a the weird cardboard sleeve, as was the style at the time. It has postcards as well, which is, well, they say art cards, but they are basically postcards. And the funny thing is, I now have 2 copies of this exact version of the game. I have my scraggy dog-eared one that I managed to get off of eBay for God knows how much, and I don't believe it was a lot. I think it was like maybe 30 quid. I think it may have even whoever sold it on eBay may have sold it as part of a bundle, which is hilarious because that's even in not great condition, it's probably worth something. I'm not going to sell it, but it's probably worth something. And then I've got one that's in basically mint condition because I bought it off someone I knew, or someone I know. And he does not like opening... He likes collecting. He does not like opening things. Opening new... Oh, yeah. This I definitely need her for. Come on. Let me just get another one of these going as well. Now this looks like the tree. I have to throw it somewhere, and then that will open. But the puzzle first. That's interesting. Actually, now I think about it, is the HD collection or the HD version for the PS3? Sorry, what? No, is it based off of the PAL version? Honestly, that's somewhat of a relief because I know there are some like HD versions of games that just get. Well, they do just default to the NTSC version. Now drop. And because I absolutely have to know what's going on over here. Or do I? Actually, no, I don't think I can go that way. Oh, really? So what's actually going on with... What is the US version of this puzzle? Or is it not a puzzle at all? Is it just platforming? So, so the... Oh. So, did they... Is it literally just, like, following the... Oh, this is where I have to just kind of sit around and wait. Now. Am I missing something? Am I being very stupid? Yep, yeah, I'm being very stupid. I love that bizarrely fast jump it does. The animation kind of cuts off. But it's basically we pinballed the child. But now I have to... I believe also we're, at this point in time, generally pretty safe to do stuff. Because we cannot, if I am remembering correctly, get back into that room. Oh, actually, no, we can. The room, the door can be opened here. There we go. But now we need to use the magic tree rocks, because anyone tries to tell me that that's a bloody coconut is wrong. This is a rock. It's actually a bomb. Oh. Now, that's utterly weird. So I have to throw this into somewhere, and I cannot remember where exactly it goes. Also, if I remember correctly, he does actually just survive that, doesn't he? Getting a bomb blown up on him. It goes somewhere else. This definitely bomb. Look, I know it gets thrown somewhere. Where it gets thrown, I do not remember. But I feel like it is somewhere in this room. Inside there are 3 wall panels, please, a staircase. Yep. Oh. The O on the side of the... Right, so the inside there are 3 wall panels between the staircases. You circle... Oh. Yep. There we go. That's what that was the step I was missing. I do need to. Can I push it? Can I? Okay, buddy. I would like to get that bomb back, please. That'll do us. And then we get the what? Then we figure out the weird mechanism trappy thingy. What's it? Oh, then I've got to get it into the circle from that point. Which seems relatively simple enough. He says, being bad at game. Not quite. Am I doing this the wrong way around? Am I supposed to be in the square and throw it into the circle? Oh, I need your bloody child, woman. Woman, I found a man cave. I need help. Oh, that was quick. Oh right, yeah. I need to have her step on the thing. Let me just grab the thing. Let's just now. Now I need to. Now play ball. Is there a way of throwing it higher? Is there a way of... Can I get up higher on that one? No, I can't. Okay, that definitely doesn't go higher. Then what is it I'm missing? Probably not missing a lot of things. I just need to get the ball to go high. So how do I throw that higher? Retrospectively, realistically speaking, I'm being stupid because he can throw it high enough. I was just starting in a very low position for no bloody reason. Come on. Now, this is the direction. Almost. I need to just get better at walking. Honey, turn around. Ah, oh, damn it. Ah, oh, big damn it. But we're getting there, we're getting there. We know how the game works now. This just happens to exist for no reason. What's the lore implication of this? Cock? Do I need to be just a little bit closer? Probably need to be a little bit closer. There is definitely a sweet spot to this. That's too close. There we go. That got it. If I remember correctly, on New Game Plus, that's a different weapon, isn't it? Or there's a different weapon you can give that's better than it. This is an absurdly large mace for a child this small. Now, to play the funny game of push the crate into the water. Because I know there's... I have a vague recollection that there's more... There is a second, like, weapon. Is the Shining Sword New Game Plus exclusive? And is that a... Yeah, that's flat. Excellent. New Game Plus, it replaces that, doesn't it? Or I think it replaces the mace. That's my assumption. Ooh. The very PS2 kind of situation of... Well, let me just... Let's not go down there. That would be a silly place. Is there anything here that I missed or am missing? There's a ladder there, but I... Oh, hang on a minute. No, I can't get that. Oh, do I have to get onto the... I have to get onto the water wheel some kind, don't I? Oh yeah, no, that's fine. I am remembering this correctly, but somewhat correctly. So we'll jump onto the thing. Never mind. I jump onto the water wheel. Never mind. I misinterpreted. Not misinterpreted. I have to really time it for this, don't I? Oh, that really doesn't give you a lot of time, does it? Oh, up we get. That gives not a lot of time. But that was even worse. Dear God. I can do it from either side, which is handy, I suppose. The spikes I can do without. He is just ramming his face into spikes at this point. Thank you. I think I will do the water wheel and then get to the nearest safe spot and then call it there. Yeah, I am really missing the timing on this one. Because you kind of need to jump, by the looks of it, you need to jump onto it. And then quickly jump onto that. And then go up the top there. And this is one of the few moments I go, fixed camera, or fixed-ish camera, because you can give it a bit of a wiggle. No, I'm not getting that enough time on that one. So, come on, up you get. Definitely not getting a huge amount of time. I'm not losing a lot of time on it, but... Damn it. Forward jump from a standstill, yeah, which I believe is just standing. Yeah. I mistimed that one. So you just stand, forward jump on it from stand. Come on. The camera angle is not doing me favours. Ah, god damn it. It's one of the old examples, like, of sometimes there were ideas that old games had that just weren't particularly... Generally, if they didn't have the spikes, this would be so much easier. The spikes feel mean. There you go. That's the ticket. And this is another wonderful example of its... Yeah, it's... Unfortunately, yeah, some examples of... This is an old game in this game, which is entirely understandable. It's an old game. Where it's like, nah, they can figure it out. It's like, no. Explain. Actually, I will check just to be sure, because it may actually be covered in the manual if I have a manual. I do have a manual. Button movements, the curse. Never actually read the manual. That's actually kind of hilarious. I should probably read this at some point in my life. Now, the really stupid thing is it kind of explains the mechanic in the manual, but in the worst way possible. It says, "Oh, it's the leap control command," but it's like it never specifies that you can do it from standing. It never mentions that. It just kind of goes, "Nah, you just do it, man." Anyway. But the tree that marks it as special. Let's have a look at the special tree. It's always good to have a good gander at a special tree. Come on. We're going to have a look at a special tree. Well, the marks it as special. Is that a rainbow? Oh, Japanese rhinoceros beetle. Oh, there it is. Oh, that is such a tiny detail that you would never see normally unless you were looking for it. I like that. That's nice. That makes me very happy. So thanks for pointing that out to me, because I would never have known that was there. Again, for a game that I've played a couple of times now, and genuinely love, it's a classic for a reason. Come on, woman, we're going on a trip to our favourite rocket ship. Ooh. We'll say I am. It's a good thing I go ending now, because I am flaking, and I have to imagine it's because of the heat. Even with all the liquid I have been drinking, my body's like, nah, mate, you're dying today. Let's drop you off here. And let's have a quick save, and then we can see if there's anyone we can throw people at. Right. Will do. Thank you. Let's see who we got to raid, if anyone. Oh, we could raid this idiot. Let's go. Take it. Will do. Thank you for that. Let me just rotate it to this, and then there we go. We can. God damn it! We can't raid him. That's annoying. Who else do we have? Ah, we could throw you at Biggles. That would be interesting. That'd be an interesting vibe check. Yeah, we could absolutely throw you at Biggles. Biggles is an artist, and she's kind of crazy, but in crazy, affectionate kind of way. She's wonderful. Genuinely has wonderful energy. I'm gonna quickly, because I had this audio going, it was kind of going on in my head, and it's kind of loud. Make sure they are actually. God, fucking damn it! They went offline. Never mind. We are not doing that. Ah, damn it. Who do we send you at? Jesus Christ. We could always do Paige. Paige is always a fun one. Paige is voice actor, writer, basic like dungeon master, does everything really. Also, just a wonderful, wonderful person. We're going to go over there then. If it'll play ball, yes, it'll play ball this time. Woohoo! Thank the Lord. And they're actually live and actually playing games, and I paid attention and checked this time. Anyway, I am next on Thursday, where I will probably be playing Crow Country, which will be hopefully fun and fine and working. Yeah, Crow Country on Thursday. But until then, have a good evening. Hope you can keep cool in the heat. If I imagine you're probably having heat as well. It seems to be everyone at the moment. And yeah, I'll see you then. Ta-ra.